Hi guys, online modelling channel back again, and we got another 1 to 400 scale review. And today we are doing the Cathay Pacific 747-400. This is a Phoenix model, so this is the first 747 I've had that is from Phoenix. Just a quick mention, this isn't the first time I have unboxed it. I did unbox it whilst I was in Thailand, which is where I got this from. I got it from the Toy Studio BKK. I actually stumbled across one of them in, I forgot what it's called now. It's like a big IKEA, and then next to it there's like some sort of like shopping mall, and one of them was in there. And then when I was in Thailand with a few relatives of mine, we went into the MBK shopping centre, and just so happened to stumble across another shop, and that's where I found this. So this is the Cathay Pacific 747. This just happens to be the one that flew. I think it was the last 747. I'm not too sure, but it's the last 747 that Cathay ever had, and it looks quite nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it, and I did notice a few things whilst I was out there, but it is quite iconic, and just because it had a few imperfections, I didn't want to let it slide. So I got it, and we're going to have a look. So this is it, the Cathay 747. It's in the old livery, and at first, it's very, very impressive. First of all, what caught my eye to begin with, to be honest, was the engines. I believe these are Rolls-Royce RB211 engines that BA uses. I believe Qantas use them as well. Not too sure who else, to be honest. I think Iceland Air as well. They get put on some 757s as well. So yeah, this is quite a nice model. And one of the things I quite like about it in particular is just how it's iconic. You know, like when you see the videos of Kai Tak and all the planes like flying over the city blocks and all that, you know, Cathay Pacific was featured in quite a lot of that. So I was quite happy that I could actually have my own Cathay 747, seeing as both Kai Tak is now closed and the Cathay 747 has now come to an end. It's quite nice to see. And speaking of 747s coming to an end, I think United announced they're going to be speeding up their sort of decommissioning rate, whatever it is, getting rid of their 747 fleet as well. So even United Airlines are doing it. So soon it's only going to be BA, Thai Airways, Qantas, like a few, but not a lot, and the rest are just going to be freighters. I mean, there are obviously going to be the 747-8s, but in terms of 747-400s, I think their life is coming to an end. So it's just nice to have a 747-400 just here. And yeah, so in terms of the model itself, what do I think? Well, I think that as nice as it looks, there are quite a few imperfections. As I said before, I did the whole like taking out the box part, the unboxing, and the main thing that I noticed when I took this model out and had a look was the nose. Now I know it doesn't look too bad, but if you compare it to a Gemini 747, which is probably the most realistic looking, like, if you're going to get a model and you're going to get a 747, the most realistic looking one to the actual thing is without a doubt Gemini. They do the best one, but when it comes to 777s, I would hand that over to Phoenix, to be honest. Anyway, you'll notice that the nose in the 747 here is quite blunt. Like on the real one, it's very, very pointy. Well, not very pointy, but it is quite pointy. Like in comparison to this is quite curved and like round. Like sort of, it almost looks kind of symmetrical, to be honest, with the top. But on the 747 in real life, it's a bit different. But this isn't like a main concern, but it is one of the imperfections that annoy me. To put it in comparison, it's quite similar to the Hogan Wing 747-8 I did about a couple of years back. But you know, it's not something that bothers me particularly. Another thing I kind of noticed talking about the nose once again is here you can see it a bit better, and I'll probably move the light. There we are. You'll probably notice that just there on the nose, there's that very, very dark green strip. And I don't know if it's like that in real life on the 747 or for Cathay, but it almost looks as if these two decals here have sort of overlapped and created this very, very dark green strip. But, you know, that doesn't really bother me, to be honest. But I'm just pointing out the things. Another imperfection I'm pretty sure I saw was the under part, but here. Yeah, underneath the model. And I did see that where these parts here are. I'll put it into the light a bit. Oh, that's getting a bit darker. But you will notice it does look a bit odd, you know? It sort of looks very, very bumpy. But that doesn't really concern me, and there is a bit of like sort of crookedness to the wheels. Like you can see on the sort of center right wheel, it's bent in a little bit. But that doesn't really concern me an awful lot. Like I said, I'm just pointing out like things about the model. But yeah, that's really it. So this is what it looks like. If you want to try and get a hold of these, now it is quite difficult. I'm not gonna lie. You can get them. I think I don't know if you still can, but there's a guy on eBay. I'm pretty sure, and his name is like demographer like underscore or like dash X or something. And he does sell models. He's from Hong Kong. So if you do live in like Europe or the US or whatever, it might cost you an additional like £9 or however much that is in dollars to get it shipped. But he does have quite a good collection, and I do think he has these in stock. But if you want to get them, like order them fast, because they're probably going to go out of stock relatively soon. So I only have one of these, but yeah, it's quite nice, especially when put into the light. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if there's any questions about this model in particular, just drop something in the comments. I'll have a look, and you know, I'll answer your question as best I can. If I made any mistakes during the video, please do your best to correct me, but don't like destroy me on the internet. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.